Hello, happiness seekers. My name is Klaudia, and you are listening to the Happiness Challenge. This episode is part of the Happiness Reset campaign, where I bring you 25 bite sized episodes to inspire you to refocus on your happiness and fulfillment. In each short episode, I bring you one practical hack to create more happiness at work, in relationships, and in your own skin. Follow me on LinkedIn and join my newsletter to share what hacks you are finding useful and to get free tickets to a webinar on the science of happiness that I'll be hosting in February. In this happiness hack, we are exploring the power of gratitude and giving yourself a break. I'm here with Leyla Okhai, inclusion and wellbeing practitioner, the founder of an organization called Diverse Minds. Welcome, Leyla.
Thank you, Klaudia. It's great to be back.
Yes, it's fantastic to see you again. And my big question to you is, what is your happiness hack?
So, Klaudia, my happiness hack is moving from fixating on goals to appreciating small moments, giving yourself a break.
Okay, I'm already intrigued because I think, especially in January, we very much goals, New Year's resolutions, needs to be a better version of myself, all of that shebanga. So it's very interesting that she's saying, okay, let's think about giving ourselves a break and appreciating those small moments. Why is this important to our well-being?
So I think in the global north, there is such a fixation on go, 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 achieve, achieve, achieve. You can only be happy if you do certain things. And that not necessarily related to careers. It could be you need more Instagram followers, you need better photos, you need this. And you know what? It's really, really exhausting. And I think if we look at many East Asian cultures and cultures where there isn't this striving, 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 it's much more about focusing on the moment, feeling happiness for where you are, contentment. So we know that happiness can be an umbrella term for lots of connected words. So I think this tip is really connected to contentedness and focusing on the now and the ease. I think especially when we look at global news and things that are going on, when we pick up a glass of clean water, that is one of the biggest gifts that we have. We can turn on the tap, we have clean water. Most people do in the UK. We have clean running hot water. We can fill hot water bottles when we're not feeling great usually. So I think all of those things are just so important, and they make us realize what we have and the value without pushing ourselves and feeling inadequate, which I think serves a purpose for commercialism, which is what we don't want.
So important, isn't it? All those things that you just mentioned, we really do take it for granted. We kind of like, wow, this is an expectation. And then, as you said, we're trying to very much follow certain trends and that comparison. It's not only that we now comparing ourselves maybe to our family member or a neighbor, we're comparing ourselves to like entire world because of social media, which can be so, so tough. Okay, Leila, so what is your one action idea that myself and listeners could implement to boost their happiness and apply this happiness hack you are suggesting?
Yeah, so Klaudia, your podcast really inspired me, and it got me thinking a lot about, what does happiness mean to me, especially when you came on my podcast and you talked about your journey to all the work that you're doing. And I was speaking with an arts therapist last year, and I said, oh, I really need an adventure, but I've got nowhere to go, really. So we started exploring ideas, and I remembered the 100 Days of Happiness challenge, where you take a photo of something every day and you can put it on social media for accountability, but you don't have to, with hashtag 100 happy days, and you number the days. And incidentally, I did it last year, and I started on the 22nd of November, which took me to the 1st of March. So it's that horrible winter time. Now, I think it's a really great thing to do. And this isn't about, take a photo, put it on Instagram, it's got to be perfect. Actually, for me, it was really small moments. So on my way to work, if I saw a really beautiful plant with some juicy red berries, I would take a photo of it. So I think that is one way to do it, to note down, to take a photo, to journal, to paint one thing that you're grateful for. You don't have to do it every day. You could do it in the week. Make a collage. So recently I've just trained in using collage as a tool for coaching and how powerful that is. I've made myself little collages that I have around my desk to remind myself. So it's tapping into that creativity, not putting any pressure on ourselves, to be in the moment, to enjoy it and to capture it in some way. So you're appreciating the moment, but you've also got a portfolio, if you like, of those small micro memories that builds up to remind you of those moments of contentedness.
I love that. I love that. So, you know what? I'm doing journaling, and I actually couldn't really find a good journal that could kind of fit my needs. So I created my own, and very much similar. I would write down different things that happen on every day. And I was looking through it recently, and I think that's the point, isn't it? So it's not only that we are in the moment, which is so helpful, and we can really boost our happiness with gratitude, but also we can look back and look into kind of the previous moments thinking nothing really happened that week, and yet you're opening the journal, and in your case you're opening up your photos and you think, oh my god, all of those wonderful moments have actually happened. Yes, they're ordinary, they're not extraordinary, but they are so beautiful.
Yes, and that's the thing, isn't it? And I think that we think we have to do wonderful things like skydiving and going on big holidays, which is lovely to do. But what about all those moments we walk through? And this is another really interesting thing. I was talking to a friend, and her daughter is just turned 12, and she said, "Oh, my daughter's really upset because she had a clash with timetable, and she thought she could do drama, but it clashes with her cricket." And I said, "Oh," and I looked at her and I said, "Oh, do you remember when we used to have those problems? I would do anything for those problems." And I had at school this big timetable clash that was a mistake, and I desperately wanted to learn Spanish. And then I can still remember it. I was sobbing and sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. And then what happened was I actually they gave me the Spanish assistant privately after school to have one-to-one lessons with. So it turned out as a very fortuitous thing. But remembering that, oh my goodness, I'd really, really wish I had those problems now. So make the most of the moment. And also, I thought I wasn't going to get my goal of being able to do Spanish, and it worked out better. And, I still have friends I speak Spanish with and all of that. So, yeah, I think it's again, not with everything, and I'm not into toxic positivity, but how can we think of the fact that we've overcome things, we can do it again. We don't necessarily want to do it again, and I understand that. And it's not about toxic positivity, but it's let's appreciate those really special moments because they are there.
Yes, absolutely. And gratitude is so powerful. I often feel that is underappreciated because like everyone speaks about gratitude and we know it's good for us because it helps us with our happiness, but also gratitude can help us to even sleep better, which is
Mhm.
incredible. But most of the time, as you said, it's about being content. Content who I am, content with my life. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Layla.
Thank you so much for having me again, Claudia. It's been brilliant.
Thank you for listening to the Happiness Reset campaign. I hope this happiness hack is useful and impactful for you. If you are up for hearing more from Layla, listen to episode 43, How to Expand Our Internal Stories to Be Happier. I would love you to share this episode with others and subscribe to my podcast and newsletter so you don't miss out on any future hacks. Thank you again for listening, and as always, I dare you to be happy. Bye.